Welcome back to part number 12 of my Civilization VII playthrough as Xerces the Achaemenid. We are in the middle of a distant lands war against Tecumseh and Ashoka. World Conqueror, I believe, is the iteration. We've met very little resistance of note. There's this courser, Ashokan Knight showed up, a level tier 2 cavalry unit. I was thinking of working my way around this ridge and going and farming this unit for experience. I thought better of it, and then that knight showed up. And I've mostly shelved the idea. I have no idea what's here. We're happily, we've conquered these territories. Some of them are beginning to become actionable. We have a lot of money in the bank. We make quite a bit. I've turned Baghdad to a city. I built a saw pit here. We're having an increasing amount of urban sprawl, just sort of random placement of districts, at least seemingly so. I need to work all these up into proper districts and get my mosque encircled for the science adjacencies. But we had to build a fishing quay here to in order to reconnect with our homeland continent. And there was some challenge getting through this resource ring. In fact, it was too far. I couldn't build one here. So, and then I noted that the Island of Joy had not been properly utilized, so I built a saw pit here, an urban district adjacent to our bazaar here, and then I'm building a shipyard, at which point I should be able to trigger a high adjacency bonus, a bazaar and guild hall or whatnot here, and bank quite a bit of gold. I note there's an Island of Joy here. It's not quite as joyous as the completely encircled water island, but it's very close. The problem is it's not a city, so we need to change that immediately so as to gain access to said Island of Joy. Let's see, we can buy. There's a nice sawmill available, at which point, after which we probably will want to build a shipyard here, or here. Maybe we'll just start with the shipyard, as it's production oriented as well, and then we'll gain access to the island. There's a nice tile right here as well. This I don't believe this city is actionable as yet. Taekwondo just came online. I see no reason why I shouldn't make it a city. I could pay 1,200 for a grist mill, a sawmill, etc., or I could just turn it to a city, set it to task, and have it build said sawmill for free. I'm going to continue orchestrating this war. The fleet has been quite good to us. There were a couple of corsairs, 3 that dispatched one of my crossbowmen. Built another one here, or purchased another one here. He's swimming across to replenish the ranks that were lost. Those coursers were a problem, other than our navy subdued them with relative ease again. I think we're building El Escorial. It comes online in 2 turns, so that will increase our settlement limit by 1. One of my trade routes recently added this jade. So if we take, say, these dates out, let's see, 385.3 is going to jump to, we'll find out, 435.1. A cool 50 gold, just like that. Womp. Let's see, some of these unit or resources are better placed in distant land cities, which have just opened up slots down. Let's see. There's two more cities available. We'll get some food to either. And we'll get the U and U deployed as well. That's +6 instead of 3. Apparently I purchased that shipyard right here, so I can get right down to the business of my +9, +2 guild hall right here on this island. So we freed up a slot by purchasing that port, and we can get that much closer to this camel. In fact, if I buy another cheap building somewhere, I can get right to that camel and then move some of these resources from these various cities here up to the capital, because we are bonused, highly bonused, from having the tomb of Askia. I think that's an Askium thing. But anyway, we have also 4 jade there, which augments the gold output by 15% each. So let's do that. I suspect this may jump it to maybe 550 or even 600. I'm not sure. Do I want a grist mill? Do I want food? I don't not want it, so I'm going to build it right here. Take that. And then redeploy onto this camel immediately. So we should be able to... We can't do it. We can, though. We can. The camel is here. Okay, I opened up 3 slots here. Let's see how much these dyes juice. The 435 goes to... That's not nearly as much as I had anticipated. But it is something. I think it's the jade that got me thinking. Anyway, it's only really, actually, in reality, it's only an extra 2 gold and 1 production per extra resource placed here. Most of it is just compounding from all the gold. The company posts come to mind, and when I place these 17 company posts, this 17 here, 18, 17 gold here, plus our mortuary temple in Mastaba, etc. Those jade really do a number on the gold production for that city, our capital. But we do get the boni from the Tomb of Askia, plus 2 gold, plus 1 production, so we have 3 more production there. Yeah. I wonder really if I should repurpose some of these goods, cotton, various dates for food, over to our new settlement, and I don't think it would affect matters very greatly at all, based on the input that I just got. Say we lose some of these, we can take this cotton as well. We lost a little bit of gold, but not much. We can take this camel out, you out as well. We can repurpose this dye. The Tomb of Askia is not really doing all that much for us at present. So it's still with a 379, and we can what, really? Utilize these 3 camels for our new cities. And then put some of these just sort of food. Well, we'll take these cotton, which add to production. Our legacy cities are all already reasonably productive. They have armorers, etc. They're not overly so, but they're not a complete lack of production either. They're mostly built out, I think, is my point. Mostly. Or at least they have a decent amount of build-out going on. And we are only 32% into the exploration age. They're probably going to finish that. Let's see about torquing these new cities that I just created right now, with at least a camel in either or each. This one is the one with the proper island, so we'll expedite production there. So there it is, quite a few resources that are bonus to distant lands, and then our capital still makes a decent 363, mostly jade and silk for the culture. What will that do to our income? We'll find out. We have a promotion from our naval activities. Let's continue down here. We get secondary armament. Looks though we lost about 40 gold for that resource swap. Well worth my while.
Sovereign in the exercise of his
We have
power.
built El Escorial. That will increase our settlement limit from 15 to 16. And do we want this city here? I don't see any treasure. We're going to see if we can find some. In the meantime, maybe we'll just bombard this unit away, hopefully. Get some experience and then swing down the coast and see if we can reconnoiter this area. It looks like a larger city with what could be some treasure. We're going to find it. We have found some treasure here. Why not take this small city over? I don't know. I don't have a good reason. Let's do it. Boom. Now, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot there of much interest per se. Did we get a relic from that? I think we did. There's one treasure resource, really, only. Some desert coastal terrain and such. No islands. I think this is a raise. This area here, Mosti, has remained reasonably quiet. So what if we were to go like this, what would happen? We're going to find out. We're going to find out what would happen. Let's see. Well, let's see if Mosti is actionable. We can buy units there to replace our lost units, in theory, so why not forward deploy? We'll see what we can do here. Let loose on this unit, grab some experience, and move our commander up one click as well. There's a +7 sawmill available in Gao. I'm going to convert it to a city right now and begin to create that sawmill immediately. It seemed I jumped the gun on that city. I don't think there are a lot of places here to create urban districts. In fact, there are very few. We'll figure a way though. Or we can just set it to task, building some company posts. I figure we get some value out of that. Sawmill is 1,200. The city upgrade is 3,000. And we can build company posts for free during the remainder of the age. Our force count here is not exactly overwhelming. I think we'll stick around and try to finish this courser. Then retreat back and heal up. It's over for him. Looks like we can send one of our trade routes up to the Queen of Wa, but we just need an extra route, so we'll do that. And off we go. Our relations with Augustus are improving. Let's see the status there. Looks like we had a couple of battles over here. Yikes. Alright, so I wonder what would happen. We can't attack. I was thinking of pulling this Mamluk into our commander's pack here. Pulling back. And packing both these units up as well. And then retreating here, unpacking this fresh Mamluk, and waiting. Our festival should add 20% to our gold tally, as well as give us an extra policy. Going to take the overbuilding. We plan to do quite a bit of it. Looks as though we found Tecumseh's capital. He has a wonder in there somewhere. We really should be able to bombard it away. I don't want to move these units down quite as far as I could. So we'll maybe just attack into these city walls there. Wait.
Is to make
We pop gunpowder and can upgrade all of our units now. Let's do that immediately. We have unearthed a plus 10 to guild hall right here on the Island of Joy. We can take over the city, I believe. Why not do it? There must be treasure. There's no treasure. That is not much of a capital there, really. If I had properly reconnoitered this city, I could have raised these districts with our Mausoleum of Theodoric for an insane amount of science and culture. Is it a bad city? No, it's not. It has 18 population already. We can build out various districts on these Hawaiian unique improvements, I believe they are. A Shawnee civilization. A 3, 4, 4, 2s is not overly impressive, so we'll probably build a madrasas, where? We'll have to build it here, and then surround it here, theoretically. That means we need to take this city over as well. I think Ahsoka heard me. Where that is, I have no idea. Looks like he'll give it up, though. Tecumseh as well. I stumbled on his capital, present capital, Askham. It has a nice navigable river we can swim up or sail up, bombard, and then take with these two commanders. As for these wars, I don't see any reason why, per se, that I should close them out. We have more settlement limit civics on the way here. There's at least one and another. If the game goes into the third age, I'll probably go with the Railroad Tycoon. We have lots of money, and it seems to be our thing with lots of trade routes as well. We can trade for various goods. So we'll probably war in this sequence, as I've said previously in this episode, and then cease and hopefully have no wars for the rest of the game. But we do have, well, this city is being raised. That'll leave us at 16 of 16, which means in theory we could take 2 more cities. We're not happiness challenged, so why not take the 2 cities and then call it a war? It's like we took a bit of damage for... do we hold that city? I'd like to upgrade these units, but there are a lot of enemy combatants about. So maybe we'll dispatch... I think they're going to take the city back. Should we wander out here and see about what Ahsoka has in mind? Why not? We'll send these units forward. Looks as though they did not take that settlement back over, so we can continue to bombard them. 1 down. Why not upgrade? We'll do that. We'll take some culture. That city is gone. We're back at 16 of 16. We need to subdue this area and then head up to Askham. Let's see what happens here. We can go 1 click forward, or we can pack here and then go more than that and then unpack. Nothing there, really. In theory, we can go 1 more forward. Even if there's a unit here, we can reinforce with these guys. So why not unpack one of our ranged units? No reason. And then we can unpack another ranged unit here. Move our commander forward here, and then pack these units and move forward here. And then we can bombard or shoot at this singular unit in the sea or in the river there and do quite a bit of damage. There it is. We have found the the city that Ashoka was offering in that peace agreement. I know that it has a camel, which is nice. It's off, quite off the beaten track, but is adjacent to the coast. It's not really quite as far off as you might imagine. So maybe we will peace out with him. It's a large city. If he's still willing, why not do it? There's a wonder there of one variety or other. Let's see, he'll take it, as will we.
Sahi mark.
Let's see what wonder we have. The Mundo Perdido. Gets us some science in tropics. Looks like he has a fishing K already. Is there any treasure? There's no treasure. There's none. There's no treasure. I'm going to need to make this a city immediately. I'll do the standard thing and build essentially production. Queue up a bunch of production buildings and then begin to build other stuff. We'll take some culture. And we have another camel which we can apply. I want to get this Island of Joy built in... It's outside my range? It's not, though. It can't be. How is that possible? Maybe if I buy a fishing K here... We've done it, we've done it. So those are actionable now. It must have been outside the range, so this was too far away from the nearest fishing K, which makes sense. There's none here. There's now one here. I don't think there's one there quite as yet. It's quite some ways away from the capital, as you might note. So with these guys no longer hostile combatants, I feel better about proceeding down in this direction. If nothing else, we can get some experience for these units here. Let's go ahead and pop off here, see what happens. Our 0 experience commander here has essentially lost the point. We'll go back into Baghdad. Looks like we have a policy available. This one looks like the winner. The narrative choice, we'll take the science, obviously. We can increase our settlement limit by 1 and will. And it's over for him. We have another naval promotion available. I haven't been able to find exactly the most proper of courses for this stuff. Maybe I haven't given it enough thought, or maybe there's not really one to be had. They seem a bit more haphazard than my standard tree or progression here for these army commanders. Assault maneuver, and then logistics for the 6-unit hold or packing ability. And I usually proceed right down here to either 50% yield or a little bonus here for healing here, and then like first strike, either valor. Second wind there, you can attack twice every now and again. So this courser attacked here. Luckily we have a few units in reserve, so we can pack this unit up, or there's nothing really around to pillage. I suppose actually there is something to pillage. We could move that unit here. Let's see, not the commander, but this unit. And he can pillage next turn, and he can attack presently as well. We can unpack you here. Attack into that city. A little experience. Baghdad has grown again. We'll take that and garner some access to this cotton at some point. We spawned our first treasure fleet. Let's see where we can go. Right up this river, or... Yep. Let's pillage that as planned. We'll pack this unit up again. Send another. A little experience. Whittling away at the defenses here. We found a ruin. We have grown Wasset yet again, so we can perhaps place a company post and off-site. Say here, it looks like a nondescript site, but let's see, it says 2632, but it's going to be higher than that. It's going to be 20, 19, and these are now 20. These company posts are certainly cumulative. We make a truckload of money off these posts. How much do we make now? 409. Looks like we opened up some trading opportunities with Augustus by scouting. We have found a difficult to access city here, that is for sure. But there's no reason why we can't get some experience while we're here. These units here are separated from the fleet commander. We'll heal them up. I upgraded them. There's an upgraded galleon. We'll head up here and hopefully finish off Axum. Let's bombard this district. We're bonused for it. Boom. The debt has finally reached the sea. We built a shipyard in progress. I think it's a 5-point shipyard for production. This off-site has worked out rather well. It was sort of an afterthought. I built one city over the limit. Large now. Surrounding our madrasa and mosque in our first new city, New World City of Baghdad, it's not going to happen. There's too much urban sprawl here, so I'm just going to build wherever and let that one be as effective as it is, which is quite a bit right now. So I'm not worried. Build an armor here instead of trying to surround this, and then by the time we get that done, all of the buildings will become obsolete and we'll have to rebuild them, and we'll have this urban sprawl. It's a mess. We'll not worry. It's our first city in distant lands. Oh well. Another treasure fleet. Oh, Isabella sparked a diplomatic incident and now she's mad. Along those lines, I'm not really sure there's a point to this garrison activity over here. Maybe we'll garrison Wasset instead. We should probably think really hard on closing down our distant land warring activities. Our treasure fleet, another, has popped. We've taken Axum. Actually, no, we haven't. We still need to take, I believe, this district here. We do. I've taken to just buying these company posts to expedite the stackable bonus that I'm getting. So all 3 of these company posts I just purchased are now banking 12 per instead of the 6 or 8 or whatnot that it's billed as. We can take Axum. Our loyalties are such that we'll be able to rearrange our goods even though we're 2 over. I'm going to keep it, and then I believe we can peace out immediately. Boom, we've got a promotion available as well. So let's see, we want to make our cities happy. This one is mildly unhappy, so we'll just plop you up there. Everything else looks to be in order. Yep, actually that's one I could probably use a bit more. Okay, that should about do it, I think, for this episode. Let's see, we have a cultural point available. We must have taken a wonder. And we're going to take the 5% repeatable. Let's see what we got. Looks like we've acquired the pyramids, but they look to be half built, but they're not. We have the base, but no pyramid. There are 3 up front. Whatever the case is, where we got that cultural attribute point, I essentially have no idea. Perhaps from capturing his capital, a heritage capital, something, somewhere, in some way. It's the only wonder. It's the pyramids. Oh well, whatever, we got it. I'll not worry about where. On we go. Into the next episode. I hope to see that. Welcome back to part number 13 of my Civilization 7 playthrough as Xerces the Achaemenid. We have closed down our warring activities in distant lands. We are presently 2 over the city cap, but our happiness ratings are at least above 0, which is all that really matters at this point. Some of them are quite high, and we're banking, 400 or whatnot per. We probably could have gone on. Isabella was a bit more feisty or negatively opinionated regarding us at the end of last episode. She seems to have taken a pill or something. Who really knows? She's only unfriendly now, so she's been going through mood swings through the entire game. I'm really surprised she has never DOW'd us. I think in the beginning of the game it was because she was over her city cap, but really, I don't know. I don't really need to carry on. Over here we have plenty of settlements. We have 18 of 16. I'm going to leave a garrison or whatnot over here, or maybe not even worry about it, and proceed back over to our capital area, etc. Maybe Bedet and or Pathmagada. We make money hand over fist. Probably make these into cities to build them out. If anything interesting happens between now and then, I'll let you know. The Island of Joy, let's see. The Island of Joy is banking 9 from a guild hall. I believe we have a dungeon going up, and then I'm sure a bazaar will make a truckload of money there as well. Going through my production routine here, it looks as though we have a 10-point university right here adjacent to our 4 wonders and our madrasa. So if I put a university right here, say, and then put a observatory, I believe we'll get to +1 science for a madrasa adjacency for each quarter as well. Have a narrative choice, we'll take the culture. So far as I can tell, Isabella is really the only one that's competitive at this point. Tecumseh was before we hobbled them. So the game is sort of winding down. I don't think we'll go to the modern age. It'll just be sort of an exercise in futility. I'm pretty sure this age will start to close down really quick once I start to action future techs, which are happening pretty quickly. We just hit imperialism, I believe. I got +1 settlement limit, so we're only 1 over now. And starting to build out happiness buildings. I find that when you transition to the next age, I usually end up with trouble relative to happiness. Why not put it there? No reason. The area is productive already. It has this area. Armorers or barracks, military buildings, etc. can be built here or here. There's no real reason to build them there. There's no cluster of resources except here where the district could be flooded out. We could take some culture or some food for Wasset. I think I want to grow the capital. Did that really do much of anything? Probably not. 115 turns out. Let's start to build out some missionaries here, send them across the sea. +1 relic for first time conversion of another civilization settlement in distant lands. There are plenty of them. A couple more science and food pips here from an eruption. Have a nice 35, 27, 30, and 38 grouping here. And there's these guys as well. Himiko, Queen of Wa, stolen our piety civic. Well, we can't build much of anything here in Gao. We can build this thing, so why not do it? And we'll have to destroy our glorious company post. Well, why not? We don't care, we'll just build another. Let's see, you are a company post, you are an emporium. And you could do with a company post. So if we buy a company post there, we can't do it. That's strange. Okay. I guess you can't put them on the water. Well, It doesn't say anything not being able to place it on water. Well, we'll build one here. That's definitely not water. Or we could build something adjacent to this wonder. Here. Yeah. Why not do that instead? We'll skip that company post. And we'll build that or buy that company post here instead. We'll build some stuff here adjacent to our city. Try to get adjacencies to the madrasa for an extra point of science. We have quite the inn available. Let's just see here. It's the Island of Joy there. We'll put it here instead. We'll save some to the bank maybe for that. We'll take the +1 settlement here in the Mastery of Society. We have a city-state bonus. Let's see, 5% winner. That's not bad. Population, when we suzerain, we'll probably not do that any longer. So we'll take the monastery. You can build these anywhere but adjacent to a district, so it should allow us to add more special districts. Say, well, we're going to find out, like right where. Let's see. It says we can build one somewhere. We could build it on our company post or step pyramid. Let's see. 5 of one, half a dozen of another. I think the monastery is better. Let's find out. So 6, 10, 4, 5, 2 goes to 6, 10, 4, 7, 2. Not much of an improvement, really. But 2 points of science is 2 points of science. This episode ran a little long, so I made this a fairly arbitrary cut point, merged it with the next episode. I hope to see you then.